Hello, everyone. Thank you for your time. Fun facts from me. I haven't mentioned it earlier. I'm a soccer mom. So do you know the Netherlands is a small country, right? Do you know that in the Netherlands there are 500, more than 500, I think, amateur clubs?
1,500.
No, I think more, 500.
They had 5,000 inhabitants and 3 soccer clubs.
Okay,
so
another disagreement of us. Yeah, so my name is Hestina, and
I'm Jasper.
And we are here to talk about the RAP Atlas, and we have some updates about the RAP Atlas community. Let me have a look. Let's see if I can read this. Omwana taku lila nju emoy. A child does not grow up only in a single home. We have yeah. Or maybe to make it more easier, it takes a village to raise a child. I think that fits with what we are trying to do with the RAP Atlas. So with the internet ever-changing, ever-growing entity, monitoring this entity as a whole, it's not easy, but it can provide ways to improve its management, its troubleshooting, and also security. And that's where RAP Atlas comes in.
Yeah, sorry, this wasn't rehearsed. This was the moment that I feared. Yeah, so we get our large amounts of data also from Africa through our system of probes, and we store every measurement that's done locally in Amsterdam, and that's a collaborative effort, and that's 99% of all the measurements are publicly available and for free. We don't charge anything for them. And of course, they both run over IPv4 and IPv6. As a new feature, we have virtual anchors, which Leah will tell us more about, right? You're going the wrong way. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, that's me. So we're already at the 4th generation of our probes. The first 2 versions are probably, I think there are only 10 or 15 in Africa. Probably they're all in Mauritius. V3 probes, there probably are a lot. We also had lots of problems with them, especially around USB stick that became flaky after power outages. So now we came up with a new probe, V4 probe, which is actually a modified Raspberry Pi, a Nano Pi. It's a pretty powerful machine, but you're not allowed to do anything else than run it as a probe. So this is our probes distribution. As you see, we're heavily distributed in Europe and Americas. Well, Southern America is way worse than North America. In Africa, we have around 300 probes, either connected or disconnected. Disconnected means they can come up at any time. Unfortunately, there's lots of abandoned probes here, which is also due to the USB problems we have, but we also see lots of probes that never got connected in the first place. So this is the distribution over time. As you can see, since, well, the 2nd quarter of 2018, we are stable around 10,000 probes connected at any given time. So there's approximately 20% is disconnected, so that makes a total of 12,000 something available for measurements. We have 3 major interfaces for people to use. Probably the most used is the web interface. If you go to atlas.rap.net, you can go, you will see it. We have a command line interface for people who are good with bash or fish or whatever shell you use. And then we have a bunch of APIs, which we conveniently call the API, but it's at least 10 of them, and they serve different functions, and you can use them programmatically, or you can also directly use them in the browser, of course. And then, yeah, and this is an overview of the currently running measurements. We're running around roughly 25,000 measurements at any given time. And this is their distribution. Ping, traceroute, DNS, those are pretty popular. And the rest serve more specific interests. Like I've never run an NTP measurement in my life. Yeah, so then our infrastructure, very briefly. From left to right, on the left, there's the user interfaces. Those interfaces all connect to our Atlas servers, which are hosted in Amsterdam for now. And these are the only ones that can talk to our data storage directly. Then the Atlas servers are the only ones who can talk to our controllers. Our controllers are geographically distributed. And the controllers are the only ones who have an open connection to the probes and anchors. So the probes and anchors can only communicate with the controllers. There's no way for a user to directly connect to a probe or to obtain results from a probe, or let alone run their own software on a probe. So here you can see, the Atlas servers, the backbone, the backends are located in Amsterdam. A user might be located anywhere. And our controllers are geographically distributed. We have around 35 or something, and we have a few on every continent. And we have a selection mechanism where we select the nearest by controller, basically.
So yeah, as we all know, technology has impact on our lives, and it's just undeniable. When we created the RIPE Atlas, there are so many things we consider and to weigh in whether it will have an impact on our social life or from economic point of view. So there are some ethic design decisions that we have made when we created the RIPE Atlas. Here are the list. So it's only active measurement. It doesn't listen to the user traffic. It has a low barrier to entry, so the probes is for free, and it's funded by the RIPE NCC and its members, and also funded by the RIPE Atlas sponsors. We have volunteers who host the probes. They are informed and they give consent about the terms and conditions of hosting a probe. And what's important, we take personal data, privacy very seriously, so we don't reveal personal data. All the data, API, source code, and tools, they're free and they're open for everyone. We do put limitation on the measurements. We do that to protect the host and also the system, of course. So, in order to create measurements, you will need credits. You will need credits. How to earn credits? It's very easy. Either you host a probe and you will earn credits daily as long as the probes are kept connected, or you can become, well, for the RIPE NCC members, you can claim 1 million credits monthly, and you can become a RIPE Atlas sponsors. We are currently actively seeking for sponsors. The sponsors fund is used for purchasing the hardware so that we can keep on distributing the probes free of charge to anyone who would like to host it. And you can ask your friendly colleagues who host a probe for transfer. You can become a RIPE Atlas ambassadors. RIPE Atlas ambassadors are people who are helping us spreading the words about the RIPE Atlas. They give demo about the RIPE Atlas. They just let everyone knows on how to use the RIPE Atlas, and they also help us in distributing probes. They get incentive of the number of credits they earn. And then you can get a voucher from us. If you would like to do a demo, you can just ask us to create voucher enough for the number of people that you would like to do the demo with, or just ask the RIPE Atlas community. The RIPE Atlas community is quite active, right? Sometimes people ask for credits and then millions just fly away. So now we come to the point where the RIPE Atlas community, the most important part actually. Who are you, the RIPE Atlas community? We have the users. They are people who can access the RIPE Atlas. They can access the statistic, the measurement, and all the visualization which is available on the web interface. We have the RIPE Atlas hosts. They are people who host probes or RIPE Atlas anchors in their network. we have the sponsors. They are individuals or organizations who support us financially. And then, of course, we have the Ripe Atlas ambassadors. There are many of you here, the Ripe Atlas ambassadors. Fergus. Fergus is one of them. He's going everywhere to help us distribute and spread information about the Ripe Atlas. And we're very happy and grateful with the existing of the Ripe Atlas ambassadors. And there you can see the number of users of the Ripe Atlas and where we would like to have more Ripe Atlas. As you can see, in Africa, we would love to have more. We would like to thank our sponsors who keep on coming back, or new sponsors. And how does the Ripe Atlas community participation looks like? So right now we distributed around 23,000 probes already to volunteers. And out of that, around more than 10,000 are active. We have 36,000 users and around 282 Ripe Labs articles. These are all articles about the Ripe Atlas, whether it's an announcement about the Ripe Atlas, papers, or just people who would like share their experience on how they use the Ripe Atlas in their day-to-day job. We have around 500 plus anchors hosted by operators. And on average, we have around 5 sponsors every year. We have around 400 ambassadors globally, and yeah, they run around in conferences or events or anywhere. So Ripe NCC is, as an organization, we're quite small, and Ripe Atlas is a global project, right? For the good of the internet community. We can't do this alone. We need your help. We need the local community's help, and that's why we cooperate and join effort with Afrinic and ISOC in Africa. So what have we done? We signed an MOU in 2014 with Afrinic to deploy Ripe Atlas in Afrinic region, and they co-sponsor the Ripe Atlas anchors in Afrinic region as well. So and there's also Ripe Atlas, no, not Ripe Atlas, but hackathons, internet measurements related hackathons, like the one that they're going to have tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. And there's also the Internet Measurement Day, which has been going on the last couple of years, which is a great initiative where you bring people together with the same interest and create more awareness about internet measurement. So we are very grateful with the support and help that ISOC and Afrinic is giving us. So how does the Ripe Atlas community looks in Africa? We have more than 1,000 unique users in Africa. There are around more than 600 probes connected. The connection rate in Africa right now is around 35%. There are 15 anchors connected in Africa, where 5 of them are sponsored by Afrinic. 37 active ambassadors running around in Africa, spreading the words about the Ripe Atlas. So some of you may receive an email from me a few weeks ago if you have probes which are either disconnected or have USB issues. So we reach out to these people to ask if we can do anything, if they can troubleshoot, to do something about their probes. So it was very heartwarming because I got so many response, and I get to know now new people, so more network. And within 48 hours, there were like 22 probes reconnected, which is, you know, any reconnection is great for us. So yeah, that's the graphs. And this is the African probes.
Yeah, so as you can see, hopefully you can see, like, South Africa has by far the most probes on the whole continent. But on the other hand, like in Northern Africa, there has been considerable growth. Morocco used to be abysmal, but there's now, like, I think 20 probes online, so that's good. Unfortunately, we're losing lots of probes in Central Africa. The thing is in CDR, for example, on the east side, that's not CDR. That's in Rwanda, I think. We only have one probe currently online in CDR. These are the 15 anchors, which are considerably, they're pretty well spread. But again, we would love to have more anchors in the northern parts of Africa and in the Central Africa region. So yeah, these are all the countries. Well, this probably are all the countries in Africa, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. So. Okay, so we have lots of data visualizations these days. We keep on building them steadily. One of the easiest ones is you can look at the latest measurements results. This is a visualization that has been around like forever, but still very useful. For latency, so RTT related measurements, base measurements, you can use latency mon, which plots the RTTs over time per probe. As you can see here, you see 4 probes here that have, well, interesting latency patterns, I guess. And then we have, for trace routes, we have TraceMon that tries to visualize how much probes have in common towards a certain target if you run trace routes. And you can also do that over time. And then there is the IP map visualization, which uses the geo-IP locations from another project of ours, IP map, and tries to put those on the map. This is, if you can go back, please. This is a measurement that goes from Nairobi to a destination somewhere in Europe. You can also see that it goes through Uganda IX, for reasons unknown to me, by the way. Yeah. And then I have just finished the new measurement detail page, where you can have way more information about the probe sets than you could previously. On the top side, the colored bars are an aggregation per country, which you can also switch to per ASN. And on the bottom side, the circles is an overview of all the probes that you requested for and what the current status is, and whether they were actually scheduled or not. So yeah, this would be the movie. Yeah, there it goes. It's an actual movie. So this is the sports section of our presentation, I guess. Yeah, you can select. This is the so this is the latest results thing where you can select on all columns. You can order on all columns.
You see all kinds of information from ASN and the country the probe is located, and the RTT time. Everything is sortable. Yeah, and this is a visualization that I personally hate, and that we're going to replace. So we're going to skip it very fast. This is latency mon. Yeah, so. Okay, let's see. Yeah. And yeah. Oh yeah. I ran a new country JEDI. So the country JEDI, very briefly, tries to estimate how many of the paths within a country that have the source and the destination within a country go out of country, and how many of them pass through an IXP as a sort of collateral damage thing. So on the left, I've been doing this like for the 3rd year in a row now. There was 2017 is not in here, but there was an incredible, very large improvement from 2017 to 2018. And you can see that it actually consolidates in being better. There's more probes, but we have roughly the same paths going out of the country. That's the dark brown color. The light brown color is not going. It's not going out of countries. It's not going to IXP. So yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, this is new measurements detail page, but you want to skip that probably. If you're interested, I'll tell you later on. Yeah, you can also skip this. So yeah, there's the rapid loss anchor, right? It's a super probe. Do we still have time? No. Okay. Yeah, we are here. We are here until Thursday afternoon. Talk to us. We can give you a demo if you would like to have a demo from us. So the tool is there. The platform is there. It's ready to use. It's at your disposal. So join us and help us build the largest internet measurement in the world, so that we can have better view on the internet reachability and connectivity also in Africa. Thank you very much.